There's technically a front to a gate. Good morning and welcome back to the channel. We are out here to attend to a problem that's not really a problem yet, but we're going to head it off before it becomes one. We are coming up upon hunting season, and people will tend to want to venture into open trails without permission. So today we're going to put up a 12-foot cattle gate here using wood post and fast 2K. Had a lot of people ask me, can you use fast 2K to hold up a gate? And the answer is yes. We're going to prove it. So the first post where the gate,
I would say right here, right across from the.
Well, this is going to be where it's mounted.
Right there.
Right? It's got to be mounted here.
Okay, well,
and then we'll come across 12 foot, and then we'll have the other post for people to walk through right here. So there'll be a 3-foot opening just for people to walk. That's to keep people from getting ATVs.
Okay, and trucks, whatever.
Yeah, they're not gonna. We want our friends to walk through, but not to drive their ATVs and stuff.
So walking trail.
Walking trail. They can walk around that side over there.
Okay.
So we can even go a little bit further.
No, I like it here. I don't want to go in too far.
Overruled.
Right here.
Okay, so we need to go over further because that's where the gate's going to start. So you're putting all that stuff there. So
well, I'm just marking the spot.
Okay, so then the actual post hole's going to go right here.
Gizmo, do not walk over that.
Walk over, buddy. Look at you. He's already stepping on it. Just walked over the gate, man. What's wrong with you?
We met somebody who really was really big fan of you. You know that? Yeah. Very little. Good. Go for it.
I gotta straighten it up my way.
You're probably gonna run in lots of roots.
Probably.
Good, but it looks kind of leaning this way.
I'm a little bit too far over. Hang on. I got this. Hey, I got this side, you got that side.
I know, but I just want to make sure. Second pair of eyes.
All right, here we go.
And there are the roots.
Big old root right off the bat. Can you go forward a little bit?
No, you're good.
Woo, that thing's hung. Got a hunk of root.
Daddy doing a good job, Gizmo?
Am I looking?
Looking good? Yeah. Good boy.
Should have let it dig, I guess.
It's not going anywhere. Go back and forth. I think you're on the root. I think you're on the root. Okay, go back now. Right there. Hang on, let me see. Can't see. There you go.
Hung it at the end.
Sweeney, come over here, buddy.
Ta-da!
I think it'd be okay.
What do you mean be okay?
It's tall enough.
Oh, no, of course it's tall enough. I just, because the weight's going to be hanging over, it's got to be able to, it's got to be in the ground at least 4 foot
Yeah,
deep.
but it looks like it's going to hold up. It looks pretty strong.
Oh yeah, it's going to hold.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got this post a little over 3 foot in the ground, which is going to leave 5 foot out, give or take. Put a level on it, and we're going to start putting fast 2K in.
That's what's so great about we're in the woods here and we don't have water. And
Yeah, I don't have water. I don't have any way to mix fast 2K, I mean concrete. So I get this a lot. Now, we are big fast 2K fans, and I don't even try to hide that. Look at there, the post set level by itself. How about that?
Woohoo!
So we put the post in the ground, and now I got to answer a couple of questions. These are the same questions I get over and over again. And a lot of people are kind of snarky because they don't understand. 20 years ago, when you bought a post like this, it would have formaldehyde in it, and it would also have like creosote in it, and then an antimicrobial, which would keep the microbes from eating the wood. Well, nowadays, because we found out that that stuff leaches out into the ground and causes to get into the water source around us, we only use a very light grade antimicrobial. If you put concrete around the post, it will wick water to the post and cause it to rot. It'll actually leach the antimicrobial out of the post, and then it'll rot within 4 to 5 years. You will lose a post like this in 4 to 5 years. These are expensive, and these are an investment. So that's one of the reasons that we use the Fast 2K. And then the other thing I'll get is, well, Fast 2K is just not strong. That's definitely not the case. If you put a bag of concrete in the ground around this post, and you say put 2 bags of 80 pounds, that's 160 pounds of concrete. It goes in the hole. You have a 160 pound anchor in the ground. Well, with Fast 2K, it goes into the hole and expands out with pressure into every pore of the earth. It also expands inwards and fills every pore of the post up and makes the post waterproof. So therefore, the post can't get water in to leach the antimicrobial out. So we did a little test a few months back, and we put a chain around the post and put the loader up on the big tractor and tried to pull a 4x4 post out. 2,100 pounds of pressure, and it wouldn't pull the post out of the ground. The chain literally cut the post in half. It literally twisted the post in half. With concrete, you have only in that specific case, 180 pounds worth of weight in the hole. That's all you have as an anchor. Another benefit of Fast 2K is because it is a foam, it has a little bit of give left and right, not much, but it always comes back to center. With concrete, there is no give. The shear point is right exactly at the ground wherever the concrete ends, that's the shear point. So there are so many benefits, and I get this, yes, Fast 2K costs more, but not in the long run, because if you have to replace your fence every 5 years, this should last me my lifetime. I would imagine, because I sprung this hole out, that it's going to be, I'm going to say probably 4 bags, because I really
Dug a hole?
Yeah, I accidentally overdug that hole. Look here, we got this nice area for you to do your
My shoe shine method?
shoe shine method. Ready? Shoe shine method. Mix them chemicals. Mix part A with part B using the shoe shine method.
Ding, ding, ding.
30 seconds. Keep the product kind of warm. Put it in your truck car and keep it warm, and then.
That's what I like about the faster case, because you can use it through the whole season.
You ain't got to mix up no concrete.
Yeah.
Gotta get it around the post if you can.
That's okay, go down the hole.
All right, I got mine done. It's getting ready to start boiling. We just poured the second batch in. You gotta wait 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden you'll see it'll start boiling up. I find this part mesmerizing. I got this side.
There we go. Come on, get out. There you go.
And here we go. This bag's going to take a little bit more because I accidentally overdug this hole. It got wallered out a little bit, but it's still worth it. All right, so we're going to come straight across, and we'll end up having 2 more post holes.
I still think 1 would be enough.
Well, we can always go get some more logs and just stack this way to keep people from driving the ATVs around it, and people can walk around that side. That's what I don't want people to be able to easily get an ATV in here. I want it to be, they have to like know they have to really go out of their way to trespass.
Gizmo, what do you think about all this, buddy? Huh? What do you think?
So right here is 12 foot. So we want the post to be, so it's a 6 foot, it's a 6-inch post. So we need to come over 3 more inches. So right there is going to be where the next post go.
You got it.
Science, but
you had it. Right there.
it don't have to be exact.
You got to go back a little.
Let me get it started first.
Okay. You good? Too much.
Wow, that ground's hard. That concrete,
Black.
the clay is like concrete. That is hard. Good morning and welcome back to day 2. We could have done this job easily in one day, but because life got in the way, we had to divert our time. We got the post set yesterday. Today we're going to actually show you how to set this little gate. So whether you're using our gate's going to be 12 foot, or if you're using a 4-foot gate, the principles are pretty much the same. So we'll walk you through it step by step. So there's a couple of measurements you need to know. You need to know how low the post is below your first pin. So this gate is roughly, it's going to be roughly 6 inches below the first pin. So we know that if we put a pin here, the gate's going to fall down 6 inches further. And we want a little bit of leadway, so we'll probably go ahead and put the first pin 8 inches up, and then we'll work our way up from there. So you may want to run your gate a little closer to the ground, depending on if you're like using it for livestock. In our case, we're gonna probably end up putting some gravel across here at some point or time. But right now, we're just wanting to curtail our uninvited guests. We've had a few people that have self-invited themselves into our trails, and so we're putting some do not trespass signs and a gate, and hopefully that will deter that.
Let's hope so.
Hmm?
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so. That's right. So we're going to basically just come down. We'll level this out a little bit here, because this is up raised just a bit. Still going to come up about, let's go 9 inches. That'll put the post or the gate right here somewhere. I'm going to put it in the center. This drill and bit is definitely overkill. You want to get your bit as level as you can, because you don't want it to screw the hinge in crooked. Some of these will have a nut on the other side, and in that case you would go all the way through and then run the nut and washer up on the other side. In this particular case, all we need to do is just screw this in with basically a crescent wrench. I think it will get us done. I need to wire that hole out a little bit.
I think your hole is too small.
Well, we don't want it too big, because then it'll pull out real easy.
That's another way how you use a crescent wrench.
Yeah, this is the proper use of the crescent wrench.
That looks a lot like manual labor again.
A lot like work. All right, now we've got the most important part of the hinge put on, which is the first one. So it's in. We can still adjust in and out to help level the gate. But the next thing we're going to do is measure from the bottom of this hinge on the gate, which is welded. The bottom one's welded, the top one is adjustable. So we're going to come up and we'll put the top of the next pin about 35 inches up. Now that's going to be dependent upon your gate. So we'll go up 35 inches, and then we'll put the next pin, and then we'll be able to loosen this up and slide it up and down, and that's how you get it exactly onto the gate. We'll show a little bit more of that in just a minute. So the bottom of the gate, you can see this is where there's a little lip around here, and this is where the bottom of the gate hinge sets. So that's where you're going to measure from. And we said we're going to go 35. When I say 35, again, it's going to be to the roughly to the bottom of this flat portion. So if it's 35, it's to the bottom of the flat portion. It's pretty much, you want to go just about 34 and a half for the make up the distance of the boat. We'll make us a little mark there. Now we know. Now I'm going to go back over to my gate, and I'm going to do a double check. .35 was where I want the bottom of that hinge to be. Feel pretty good about that. And again, we'll take us another measurement, because we can do this twice, measure it twice, and know that we got it right. So there's 35. If I put this at 35, the flat spot at 35, we know that that puts the boat head about 1/4 of an inch down or so. So that's pretty much right on. And again, you've got quite a bit of leadway here. I'm just being really accurate as I can. All right, again, we're going to try to get this as center as we can, and make this drill bit, again, is way overkill. It's just something I had handy, but we want it to be as level this way, and then also plumb this way. It gives you an idea of how deep we are in. I'll go just a little bit further. Yeah, that's more than enough. We're not all the way through, so we're good to go. So what we'll do here is pull this around to this straight up and down. And then here's a little trick I picked up years ago. I don't even know where it's at, where I learned it, but you can take your, just as a rough start, take your 2 pins and put a level from pin to pin, and that can kind of get you a ballpark of how level the gate is going to be. And that again is also dependent totally upon how well your gate is built. And most gates now are built on jigs, so they're pretty level, they're pretty reasonably accurate. So we're right in the ballpark. We can always fine tune this just a little bit later. Looks pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to loosen this clamp on this top hinge, and then we'll just enough so it'll let it move freely up and down. I'm going to say we're going to need a can of black spray paint after this to touch everything up, because it looks like they sprayed this with the hinge in place. But that's not that big of a deal. All right, I feel pretty good about that. There's technically a front to a gate. We're actually putting the gate in backwards just because of the way we want it to hang, but it really doesn't matter. Okay, hold up. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that one. All right, raise your end up. A little bit more, a little bit more.
Up or down?
Up. Okay, now it should.
There you go.
Pretty daggone good.
Da da da. What do you think, Ismo? You like the gates? Ooh, that wind is blowing.
I haven't tightened this up yet. It's just tight enough to hold it in place. But what I'm going to do now is take my level and set it on top of the gate. Again, this is not rocket science. If you want your gate to swing closed automatically, you can have it downhill just a little bit, and it'll tend to want to swing back to the closed position. And if you want your gate just to kind of stay, obviously windy days are going to be different. But if you want your gate just to stay wherever you put it, then you want it as perfectly level as you can get. Right now we're a little bit downhill, so that means this top hinge needs to be screwed in a little bit further. So we'll take this back off and do one more turn. Get your end to pick up a little bit. So I'm gonna come around here and turn this one more complete turn. Okay, can you fold it out just a little bit there? All right, the bottom's in. All right, raise yours up a little bit. Can you raise yours up a little bit more?
I can, because you got the chain on there.
Oh, sorry. Ready? All right, so now we're going to set this thing back on. Get the bottom one on. All right, Tanya, if you can raise yours up just a little bit more. We're so close. Okay, I'm going to tighten this down just a little bit because it'll be a little slack. I want to be a little tighter now. Proper tools, guys. I got my crescent wrench here. I can fix anything with this thing. Okay, that's not completely tight. All right, now we'll take the level. You can just hold it there straight. My goodness, that's close. That is very close. For a gate, yeah, I'm going to call that's good. That's good. All right, so what I'm going to do now is go ahead and tighten this hinge nut down.
Yeah, I'm going to let go. Gizmo's guarding me.
Gizmo's guarding the gate.
He's guarding me.
Yeah, I'll wait till you get over there to. All right, so what I'm going to do now is go ahead and tighten my hinge clamp all the way down. Good and snug. And because this was kind of leaned out just a little bit, it's going to pick up that end just a tiny bit. So that's going to play to our favor. Okay.
I'm getting sidetracked with the colors and everything of the trees.
Nothing new, bud. All right, so now we have this post at the proper height. We're going to go ahead and use it as an example and go ahead and cut the other posts off, and we're good to go.
Sounds like a plan. You know what else? It looks good.
Yeah, we're going to put a couple solar lights on this. It's going to be handsome.
Makes a great place to take pictures too. But look at this. This is so pretty back there. It's just so beautiful. All the colors. I just love it. Nature, the final frontier. Here, Daddy. Go ahead and move that big one out of there and replace it with the small one and put the big one over there on the other side so it doesn't look so out of balance, and I think it's going to look cool. Plus you can place it sit down too, that's neat.
So, and just like that, we've got our gate put up. We went ahead and put this this big log here, so it's easy to walk around it for our friends and our family that wants to walk back here. But we'll put a lock on this gate to keep people with their ATVs and stuff out. Run a nice little line of logs down either side, so that it's going to be harder to get in the woods. Anybody that's determined to get back there can, until we get a good fence up. But you know, just having the sign up here will deter a lot of people. I think it turned out great. This is how easy it can be to put up a post. We're using some Fast 2K. Fast 2K is very strong. You can actually put the post in the ground and hang the gate 30 minutes later. We would have done that yesterday, but we had life. Listen guys, I really appreciate you watching our channel. Hope this was helpful. Got any comments? Leave it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. If you got any advice, leave it in the comment section. God bless, have a great day. What are we seeing, buddy? Is there boogers in the woods? Is there boogers out there? He said, I hear something. You ready to go home? Let's do it.